My hair okay?
Everybody, check your hair. My hair is perfect.
It's good.
Hello, everybody.
Rip your ear off.
Save the Texas Prairie Chicken. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Welcome, Larry, from another great Sparks fan, Glenn, of 48 years. The only
that's three
LP
of
I
us.
need is FFS. So I'm
Three
getting it
of
for
us.
Christmas. Thanks for telling me about it. Love, Cecilia House. Thank you.
Because Cosmo Mexico is on
Wow.
Eastern Standard Time too. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were Eastern Standard. That's cool.
Yeah. So what I decided, I shouldn't say you guys, we're going to have some fun before we answer questions. We're going to think of a band or a solo artist from A to Z and each take a turn and just do a little mini what you think of the band. It doesn't even have to be a band that you like. Just think of a band and then say something about it. So for instance, I'll go first. AC/DC. I really like them. I think they're one of the best live bands, but I just have their early albums. But otherwise, I don't have that much interest in them. But they are great for who they are. Sam,
Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
what's that?
Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Bon Scott. But
Bon
Brian
Scott,
Johnson's great too.
I like Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sam,
are we all going to do A's until we run out and see who?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
it first.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go with being the lone fellow from the United States. I'll go with America for A. Actually, a fun story there. If for those of you that don't know, they were signed with they worked with George Martin of the Beatles for a good bit, and I got to meet Dewey Bunnell, the lead singer, at an airport briefly here near where I live, and so that was kind of neat to meet Dewey Bunnell. But they sing "Horse with No Name," "Tin Man," "Sandman." Sister
Awesome
Golden Hair, just great 70s songwriter sound. So America.
Acoustic guitar.
12 strings, great.
Yeah, for sure. Who's next?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with early Aerosmith. I don't like their later stuff, but Rocks, Toys in the Attic, just great stuff. I saw them. Actually, I saw them on their 9 Lives tour, but I didn't find that they were very interactive with the crowd. They just kind of went out and played their thing and went back. But I love those first 2 albums, or those 2 albums. I shouldn't say their first 2 albums, but those 2 albums for sure. They just rock it out. But then again, they got past sappy and ballady and that type of thing. But their first 2 albums of Rocks and Toys in the Attic are great.
Toys in the Attic's my favorite.
Great. Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, Jack.
All right. Well, I got probably the best band ever, ABBA.
I was going to do that. Stole my joke.
Damn. Yeah, they're
ABBA
awesome.
rocks.
How do you get better?
Yeah.
Look
Who's your favorite
here.
member of ABBA?
I don't know.
Glenn, look
tallest
who's
one.
here.
Hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Well, I'm going to go Allman Brothers. I'm currently reading Dwayne Allman biography called Skydog.
But shouldn't
It's
it
actually really
be? Shouldn't that start with T because it's the Allman Brothers?
Oh,
Okay, who else has got an A? Is that it? We're good on the A's because we all did one, or
Yeah, that's okay. So I'll start with B, Boston. I think their first album is, one of the great debuts. More Than a Feeling is a classic, but after that, I have no interest in them.
well, because all the albums sound like the first one.
Yeah,
they have that distinct sound for sure.
Yeah.
So on to me. For B, I want to go with the band, which I might steal from Glenn, but everybody knows the band.
Yep.
Americana founders, essentially. 5 incredibly talented musicians. They all could play anything that you gave them. And, of course, they backed Bob Dylan. they're a band that I really want to start collecting their discography. I don't really have much of, but they're one of my favorites still. So
Awesome. I'm going to go a little heavier. I'm going to go with Black Sabbath. Paranoid was one of my first albums, along with the Machine Head by Deep Purple, and I just love these guys. I've got most of their discography in the Aussie years. I'm not big on the other years, but I love the Aussie years on Black Sabbath for sure. Just, you know, the original heavy metal guys, and love them to death. So
Awesome.
good stuff.
Well, I'm going to go with probably one of my favorite musicians ever, Syd Barrett.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get better than that? Psychedelic era.
For sure.
Awesome.
For sure.
I'm going to go with a Canadian band, Canada's Crosby, Stills, and Nash, called Blackie and the Rodeo Kings.
Mm.
Roots rock music, great band. Tom Wilson, Colin Linden, who lives in Nashville now, great slide guitar player who did all the music for that Nashville TV show and produces a lot of country music artists now. And Stephen Faring, 3 guys, both all amazing musicians, great band.
You don't hear too much of them lately. They used to be on the radio all the time, but
Really? I've never heard a Blackie and the Rodeo Kings song on the radio.
really, I can't
Never.
remember the title of it, but I heard it quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Glenn, you stole my idea of Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young. So I'm going to go with the great band Creed.
Creed.
If anybody remembers them.
Yeah, I've got
I
their
do
greatest
not
hits.
like Creed. But
What's a Creed
My
song
Own
we would
Prison.
all
My
know?
Own Prison was a great album, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did like, a song or two, I guess. But,
Arms Wide Open, Higher.
Yeah.
Those songs were all over. They're still on classic rock radio around here.
And then was it Scott Snipe? Is that his name? Your Stipe?
Scott
Yeah.
Sapp.
Yeah. He went a little crazy, a little weird.
crazy, yeah.
I think he went homeless. He was homeless for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a solo show around me in the last couple of years. He came.
Awesome.
So he's still out there. Yeah.
Well, I
in
have to
the-
go
on
with
the,
Chicago.
on the street corner, or he did it on an absolute.
No, it was a
arena?
venue. Or is it C? I'll say it's a group that I don't listen to hardly at all, but I'll go with The Clash.
I love the Clash.
Because
Oh,
they do a great version. One of my favorite songs is I Fought the Law by the Crickets.
Yeah.
And they do a killer version of that. And then, of course, Train in Vain is a great song. They just have a bunch of songs that go under the radar on the radio, especially. So
Yeah.
I'll go with The Clash.
great band.
I'm going to pick Chicago. Their first 10 albums, anyway, with Terry Kath, one of the best guitar players ever. And I love at least their first 6 albums. Just, you want to hear a great guitar player, listen to, 24 or 64. The lead on that is just outstanding.
Yep.
Just outstanding. Can't be beat. But great band.
Well, I'm going to go with the best band that Larry introduced me to, Canned Heat.
Awesome. Good stuff.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
Great blues band.
Yep.
Awesome blues band.
I'm going up the country. I wanna go.
Sound just like the guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Unfortunately, I look like him too.
He was part of the 27 Club,
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Sam's part of the 27 Club.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Well, I'm not going
Yeah.
to
He's not looking well. I know that. I'm going to go. Oh, I got a whole bunch of C's, but let's go Cream. Great British blues band from the 60s. Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, Sunshine of Your Love, Swablar. Trying to spell Swablar.
There's a video I just saw recently. I forget the channel, but it's called "Why Is Eric Clapton Such a Wanker?"
Yeah,
Did you see
Mazzy,
that?
Norman Maslov. I
It's
haven't
pretty
watched
good.
it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm gonna once we go through each letter then I'll post what people have said here. Yeah, Cream,
Cream,
Cars.
Derek. Cars.
The Cars,
Clash
yeah.
Legendary,
I
CCR,
forgot about CCR, Rich.
Hey, Rich.
London Calling, Rich Stickler, Cream,
Rich Strickler.
Clash, Cream, Clash, Courtney Love, Yo, Can't Heat.
Yeah, you can't eat hygiene.
Yeah. So these are just we're just thinking of bands we don't have to like them or.
First one came to our minds, kind of.
So
Yeah.
for D, I'm going with a band I really love, Devo. I love their early albums. I know they're one of Glenn's favorites. I'm gonna give you a Devo CD on our next exchange.
Wow. Hey. Why change the way you're giving me the CDs now?
Have a-
Just keep giving
have
me
an open mind
these
now,
crappy
Glenn. Have an open
CDs. I'm
mind.
getting used to them.
I'll go with a group that hasn't put out any studio material, but they're a killer live band from the videos I've seen, and that's Dead and Company, which is the current offshoot of the Grateful Dead. It's got 3 out of the 4 surviving members, as well as John Mayer, who I love, O'Teal Burbridge, formerly the Allman Brothers,
Yeah.
and then Jeff Chimini on keyboards. They're just a killer. It's a great legacy for the band, and it's all being led by Bobby Weir. So,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dead and Company.
And O'Teal Burridge, also from a little-known band, Colonel Bruce Hampton and the Aquarium Rescue Unit. That's where he started out. Great band.
That could have been
Say that
C.
10
Glenn.
times fast. Larry walks
Like a bearded rainbow. Whoa,
I've
that's
heard
very
that before.
poetic. We could write a song. That's how
Larry walks like a bearded rainbow.
Bearded rainbow. shit is brown. Oh, come on, forget.
Not now, Glenn.
Okay.
Whose turn?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
I got to go with my favorite band ever, except the Beatles. Deep Purple. I've got, except for 3 albums, I've got all their discography, and I don't really care if I get those 3 albums or not. They're not the greatest, but yeah, everything from their Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 5 era. Their latest albums are great. The cover album. They're still rocking in their late 70s. Ian Gillan still sounds awesome.
I
Steve
still got to
Morse
go MK1 though, Robert.
Oh yeah,
My
for
favorite.
sure. For sure.
Rod Evans.
Well, Machine Head's still my favorite album ever, but yeah. That was my first album I ever got, so I got it's my favorite. But
Awesome.
I know you're really liking their newest one, Robert.
oh yeah. They could have chose a couple of better covers that they did, but I like it. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to leave, so I'm picking the Doors.
You're gonna have to leave.
Good one.
You're picking up the Glenn humor.
The jokes are free. Yeah.
Tips encouraged.
Are you? Can I have the other? If you're leaving, can I have the other head? I'm gonna say Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, one of my favorite bands of all time. Saw them live a whole bunch of times. Great live band, and basically responsible for the band Derek and the Dominoes getting together, because all those guys played with Delaney and Bonnie. I mean, George Harrison played with them. Leon Russell played with them. Jim Keltner played with them. Dave Mason played with them. Eric Clapton played with them. They were an influential band and don't get enough love in rock and roll.
Awesome. I got a Delaney album. I haven't listened to it for quite a while, but not Bonnie and Delaney, just Delaney.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Did you read that, Glenn? I've recently discovered Sparks. Thanks for your Sparks video, Larry. It was helpful. Thank you.
Well, Mike, God bless you. You have more courage than me.
Lord.
Just keep working at him, Larry. Just keep
The
working
Who?
at him.
Yeah,
We haven't got to the
that's
W's
later.
yet. We haven't got to the W's yet. It's coming.
Doors. Dire Straits.
Dire
Dire
Straits.
I don't like CCR.
How can you not like CCR? That's like saying you don't like apple pie.
David Bowie and
I don't like
Devo,
apple pie.
yes.
Oh.
Doobie Brothers.
Oh, good,
Doobies,
good choice, Rich. Good choice.
Doobies.
Devo, yes. Death Grips. I haven't heard of them.
Yeah. Death Cab for Cutie.
Death Cab for Cutie. I like them.
Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Devo.
I love Devo. We are not man. We are Devo.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
That's the video that what's the channel's name, Glenn?
It was Maslow.
Norman
Maslow.
Maslov.
Yeah.
Yes. Watch Norman's Maslov's channel. Mazzy. Great. Got a
Mazzy.
great channel.
Yeah. Dear
Me and my dominoes. Yeah.
Dio.
Derek, since you're a big Domino's fan, I would love to hear if you are aware or if you've heard the Tedeschi Trucks Layla Revisited, the live album they did. It's
I just
amazing
turned one of my
record.
I'll just turn one of my friends on to that album. He doesn't like. He's a big Dead fan, and he really doesn't like Trey Anastasio. But he said
Yeah.
that's the best he's ever heard him sound. He thought he sounded a lot like Clapton in his vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
Todd
Yeah.
Rundgren.
Mm.
Anyway, we're into
That's-
E. I'm gonna go with
It's going to get tougher.
Emerson Lake and what was that other? It's not
Powell.
Powell.
Powell,
Emerson
yeah.
Lake and Powell. Can we get a drummer with the last name of a P? Emerson
Cozy
Lake,
Powell.
P?
Yeah.
No, Emerson Lake and Palmer. I don't know what you guys think. I love Lucky Man, and Brain Salad Surgery was pretty cool, but other than that, I don't have too much interest in them, except for Love.
Oh, really? There's some good deep cuts, Larry.
Yeah.
There's some really good. Okay, you're getting one in a CD exchange.
Works is good.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a great song. My favorite Emerson Lake and Palmer song is called "From the Beginning." Have you guys ever heard that song?
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
even
that.
better than Lucky Man.
Now, Glenn.
Glenn's showing his
Didn't he
extensive
write that when he
musical
was like
knowledge.
15 years old?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What's that?
Oh, your volume just, wow. Didn't he write that song when he was 15 years old?
Really? I didn't know that.
I think so. Or am I thinking of, maybe I'm thinking of the Moody Blues. Wow, my volume just works all of a sudden. What did you guys do? Did you press the
It's a
button or something?
miracle.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you guys perfectly. Wow. I don't have to strain now. Love Beach is great.
Oh, Love Beach. The worst album cover ever.
Okay, Sam. E.
I'm gonna have to go with ELO.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Lynne. He was the '70s answer to the Beatles. I mean, that's what I think anyway. I mean, he worshipped the Beatles and put his own spin with his space production, and
Yeah.
I still love him. He was a Wilbury, and I love the Wilburys. So they're just a great
Awesome.
pop and rock band.
Yeah. I like their newest. It was good. Good album.
The last two were really good. Yep.
Yeah.
It was really just all Jeff Lynne.
Yeah, well, it was called Jeff Lynne's ELO.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
of
it's fantastic.
lawsuits or something. But yeah. I'm gonna go with Echo and the Bunnymen.
Mm.
Oh.
Great band. Actually, Rob Walker, is it Rob
Mhm.
Walker from he introduced me to them. It's just great band. I love that box set.
I'm seeing. Sorry, just real quick. I'm seeing a couple people came in late. I see Robert S is on, and the topic is we're going around in a circle, going through the alphabet and just listing off names.
This was
that-
Glenn's idea.
Had nothing to do with it.
So we're on the letter E, the letter E now, and we'll finish up so continue.
I don't even know all the 23 letters of the alphabet.
Did you grow up in Spain?
Whose turn is it?
Robert was finishing up.
Yeah, I just finished up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack.
Jack's
E.
turn.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Everly Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Influenced the Beatles.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Harmonies.
Greatest harmonies ever.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great one. Everly
They-
Brothers. I wish I'd have thought of that. Now I'm stuck with the Eagles.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any other ones. Desperado, my favorite Eagles album, and one of the albums that had a major influence on me picking up a banjo. So great album.
Bernie Leadon. Is that
Yeah,
who it was?
Bernie
Yeah.
Leadon. Great
Yeah.
musician.
Whose
Yeah.
brother Tom plays with Tom Petty and Mudcrutch.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got a Bernie Leadon and a Giorgio.
Not a very good album.
No.
No.
It's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
Echo and the Bunnymen, Eurythmics.
Eurythmics.
yes,
That's
that was a good one
pick.
too. Annie Lennox is amazing.
Emerson.
Eagles.
Eagles. I like this one here. Emerson, Lake and Pace. Ian Pace.
Ah. My niece met
Mickey
Dolenz.
I
Dolenz.
don't know that band.
That's cool.
Elvis Costello
Awesome.
for C. Love Beach.
Love Beach is still great. Yes.
Budgie.
Budgie was good.
B. Yeah.
Yeah.
The topic is we're each doing a letter in the alphabet, just naming a band and then just talking about the band. We'll be done soon in like 3 hours. Elton, yeah. Aphrodite's Child for A, yeah. I've never heard anything terrible from Elvis Costello. I love Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
Really, never heard anything come. Okay, I gotta have a fight here with Mike on this. Never heard anything terrible from Elvis Costello. I mean, the guy has put out some phenomenal albums. I'm a huge fan, but he has put out some crap. North. Need I say more? There's some bad Elvis Costello albums, but there's some incredible ones.
Fantastic ones. Yeah.
Enchant.
Never heard of them.
The Long Run.
The Eagles.
The Long Run's a good album. I like The Long Run.
Kathy's Clown.
Kathy's
yeah.
Clown. Yeah.
Oh, so many classic albums.
Steve Earle.
Steve Earle. I was going to use that one. Steve Earle's one of my favorites.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Great band. I have one of their albums. Actually, they're good.
Which one was your favorite? Earth, Wind, or Fire?
So
Pardon me?
we're on F now. So can I say Frank Zappa, Glenn?
No.
You can say it twice.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you can say it in Z too.
I'm gonna take Fleetwood Mac before anybody else does. I love
What version?
with Lindsey Buckingham,
Lindsey
like
Buckingham, yeah.
their first album with them, and my favorite is Tusk. But after those two albums, their later albums and their earlier albums I don't have as much interest in, but they're great.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Foreigner just because I have a story about Foreigner. And I just told this story to somebody the other day. They were performing in an outdoor venue about 2 years ago, about 45 minutes from where I was living at the time. And if anybody follows Foreigner, they know that only Mick Jones is the sole original member still in the band. Well, whatever it was, Mick was out he had had surgery or he was sick, whatever it was. So essentially, and you had the sold out show. It was outdoors that held 2,600 people. Sold out show. Nobody from Foreigners there except for the guys that filled in for the other Foreigner guys. It's like you don't even get to go to see Mick Jones, and everybody was talking about, oh, it's such a great show, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but not even Mick Jones was there. But
it's just like fairly recently the Guess Who being on tour, right? And I don't think there's I don't think even the drummers with them anymore. It's no original members.
Yeah.
And when you see their Spotify, the Guess Who, it's the new band without Burton Cummings or Randy Bachman.
Yeah,
a picture of them.
I hate when
it's
that
because
happens.
of a legal issue with the name, right? The drummer owned the name, and he wouldn't let Burton Cummings or Randy Bachman use it, but he used it.
Yeah,
and
but he's not
I
even
imagine what he does is he's probably rented it out to these other guys to tour with the name or something, right? He's probably making a buck doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ton of Motown artists like that too, like the Temptations, and there's a ton of bands that are out there that have no original members.
Oh, wow.
To be fair, the Temptations still have Otis Williams, who's the only surviving member even.
Oh, is he still in the band?
But he
Wow.
didn't sing lead on like any Temptation song. So yeah,
I'm gonna
Mike
go
loves North. He's fighting with me on Costello.
Foghat.
Yep.
Oh,
I was thinking of
Foghat.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Slow Ride. You know,
Yeah, good band.
great band.
that's
Yeah,
another
they were a
group
great
that's still
band.
touring with nobody left in it.
No,
Yeah.
I think the drummer,
Just to keep the name
Okay.
going.
the original drummer, but that's it.
That's a good pick.
They don't even have the original hat anymore.
Well, the other members passed away, so
Mhm.
what can you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with one of the greatest geniuses to ever write a song, John Fogerty.
Yep.
Good choice.
Yep.
Center field.
You can't go wrong with John, and yeah, he does a lot of good solo stuff too. Even yeah. I'm going to go with my musical hero, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones.
Awesome.
That's not a real band.
It is. Bela take the banjo out of the bluegrass world and funked it up and rocked it up and jazzed it up, and just one of the most incredible bands ever. Bela Fleck and the Flecktones.
So Free,
Awesome band.
Flaming Lips, Flaming Groovies, Funkadelic,
Funkadelic.
Yeah, Funkadelic.
early
Fairport
Fairport
Convention.
Convention.
Yeah.
Well,
Susie and the Banshees. Yeah.
I don't know how you get Susie out
Brian
of that.
Ferry.
I can't figure.
I don't
that
know
out.
why. I spelled it wrong. I think Lisa
Yeah.
Lisa liked that one. Foreigner
Tedesco?
might pick too. Yeah. Yeah. Fleetwood Mac. I love Bob. Yeah.
Bob Welch.
Bob Welch was a good era.
Dan Fogelberg.
Dan Fogelberg. Yeah.
Mm.
Died too
Yes.
soon.
Fish.
Here we go here. Firefall.
Firefall. Yeah.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
they had a couple of cool songs.
Yeah.
D for
Willie
DeVille.
DeVille. Mink DeVille. Yeah.
Yep, Brian Ferry. I went to see a band and none of them were actual original members. Yeah, it's a cover band.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Silly. That's later on. We're not
And
on
that's another
CD.
group too. They're coming where I'm coming, where I live, and they're all from like the 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a couple of the main members have passed away. Like the lead
Yeah.
singer and then the drummer. Yeah. Flash in the Pan, Bill Fay.
And Quinn.
Hey, Quinn.
Hey, Quinn. We're glad you joined us today.
Fairport Convention. Robert Francis.
It sounds familiar.
So
Robert
I think
Francis.
we're caught up with the Fs. I apologize if I missed some, but we're just kind of staying on this subject
No, Randy.
for a minute. My idea. F. G.
Hey, Randy.
G. Hi, Randall. Peter Frampton, The Firm. G. I'm going to go with Grand Funk Railroad.
Good choice.
I love all of their early albums up to like Shining On, I guess. But yeah, one of the greatest. And they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's
No,
correct.
yeah, no.
Bad.
I saw, speaking of bands with no original member, I did see Grand Funk. Of course, they don't have Mark Farner anymore.
Yeah.
But it's 2 out of the 3 of them, and Don Brewer sings so many of the hits. It was a free show, but it was really cool just to see, Don Brewer even.
Yep.
So it was
I
cool
saw
seeing him.
Grand Funk in 1969 when the Red album came out. Nobody really even knew much about them.
Oh, wow.
Opening act.
And I saw Mark Farner about 10 years ago, and I got his autograph.
I
Oh,
still
cool.
have to get that Red album. Still don't have that Red album yet. I
Oh,
don't
the
know
Red
why.
album's
I can't
incredible.
find it. I can't find it.
I don't
Haven't
have it on
seen it
vinyl.
anywhere.
I have it on CD.
Yeah, and it's always like 6 months before you get it on Amazon.
For G, there's a trio of guys that I like, and I've mentioned them in a couple of videos that I've done. They're called Good Old War, and I've got a hoodie that I wear sometimes with their name on it. But they're just a acoustic kind of trio, folky. They haven't put out an album in a few years, but they're just a really neat acoustic trio. If nobody's ever heard of them, they're they're not well known, but I like them a lot.
Cool. I'm gonna go with Ghost. Great theatrical band. They're called what are they called? They're I don't find them heavy. I find them very poppy, very very melodic. But as long as you don't catch on to their lyrics and take it to heart, they're just because they're like they talk a lot about the Antichrist and that type of thing. But the music itself is just amazing. Very theatrical, very but they're not thrash metal or anything like that. It's just great melodic rock and roll. I find it's great stuff. Aaron got me onto those guys. Aaron Mutha Alomar. Really good stuff. Yeah.
Well, I have to mention one of my favorite bands, the Grateful Dead. One of those bands, when I got into them, it's like, discovering what music can be kind of thing, So that was an important musical discovery for me.
What can music be, Jack?
You had to take.
You took Larry's. You took your uncle's thunder.
It's okay. So
Way to go, Jack.
hold on a second.
You're on camera, Glenn.
Can you hold on a second? I'm going to go Jerry Garcia band. Huh. Jerry Garcia, whenever Jerry lived to play music, and when he wasn't playing with the Grateful Dead, he was playing with the Jerry Garcia band. He was playing with David Grisman. He was playing with anybody he could play with, and he just lived to play. And he's one of my heroes as well, Jerry. We miss him every day.
And A for D's Richard Dawson, not the game show.
Not the game
Yes.
show. The Flesh Tones.
Yeah.
Frampton. The Firm. Go-Go's.
Go-Go's.
Glass Harp.
Somebody told me to buy that Go-Go. I would never have listened to the Go-Go's in a million friggin' years. Totally out of my wheelhouse. And someone said that Go-Go's album, it's the kind of the famous one, I guess. I'm not sure if it's just called the Go-Go's or whatever. And I bought it. I found a used vinyl. I brought it home. What a great frickin' record that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
And they
just
play all
fun
the
rock.
instruments on it. Yeah.
Yeah, great record.
George Harrison.
George would be under H. Right, Glenn?
Well, unless we were at Larry's house and you'd find him under G.
It is his channel.
Dukes of Stratosphere, yes. XTC.
Gilmore,
yeah.
Rory Gallagher.
Wow, some great bands we missed.
Hey, Randy. Randy's
That's
here.
right.
Rich is here. If we got Aaron here, we could do a sports talk show.
Gentle Giant.
Gentle Giant.
Giant's great.
Double
Grateful Dead.
Hey, Matthew. You said it.
Yep. Gang of Four. Yep.
Gang of Four.
Grand Funk Railroad in 96.
Oh, is that when you saw him?
Glenn, this is for you.
Got a good recipe for French onion soup.
Molly does.
Yes.
Makes excellent French onion soup.
Get some soup and add some onions and stick a big piece of bread on the top of it.
And speak French when you're eating it. Yeah.
Put a slug in.
They did sell out Shea Stadium faster than the Beatles. That's correct.
Generation X.
Generation X.
Frozen Ghost.
Frozen Ghost.
Yeah.
Robert's probably you're big on all the Canadian rock guys.
I've got Frozen Ghost album. Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Golden Earring.
Golden Earring for sure.
Famous band. Ian Gillan band. Look at that.
I love that. I should have chosen that one too. Yeah. Good one.
The Grassroots.
They're pretty jazzy, actually, the Ian Gillan band. There's two different versions of them. There's the Ian Gillan band and Gillan.
Bobby Gentry, fantastic. Yeah. Great, Randy. Love Bobby Gentry.
Yeah.
David Gray. Molly loves David Gray.
Yeah. We played David Gray records when Molly was over visiting with Larry and Molly were at my house and we put on David Gray.
Yeah.
Does he sing Babylon? Is he that guy?
Yeah.
I don't know then.
The Who. No, we're not on W yet.
Not getting,
Yeah.
not yet.
We'll be there in a couple of
4
hours.
hours. 4 hours we'll be there.
Glenn, this was a
You're
bad
gonna have-
idea.
So there's probably people who are joining late. You probably got to fill everybody in on what we're doing, Larry.
This was
Not
my
my
idea.
idea.
Okay? I take
We
the
just
blame.
went along with it.
I
We
just
went
thought.
along with
Well, we got to go now. Time's up.
We're here at midnight. Z. We're taking a letter from the alphabet one at a time. So A. We're just talking about any band, just giving a little mini review. And I'm never doing this again. Anyway,
It's a great idea. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah.
It is fun.
where are we?
We're missing so many good bands. Though,
H.
Letter
the
H.
audience has better
Is it my
bands than we
turn?
do.
It is, Larry.
This is exciting. I'll say Heart. I loved early Heart, but then they sold out and they went all poppy and
Ballady.
it was bad. But
Yeah. They could rock it out when they wanted to,
Yeah.
for
They
sure.
pulled an REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
And a Journey, for that matter.
Yeah. They went for the money. You can't blame them.
I'm going to go, and I'm not ashamed to say I like this band a lot. Herman's Hermits.
Yeah.
Great,
Nothing wrong with that one.
great pop music.
Yeah.
Peter Noon, he was like 15 during the first few hits. He's still out there kicking it. His voice sounds
Yeah.
great. I mean, tons and tons and tons of hits. I love him to death. I would love to see Peter sometime.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter.
Yeah. So
I saw an interview with Peter Noon once, and when they first started to make it, and they met the Beatles, and John Lennon came up to him, and he was like so excited that John Lennon's coming up to him, and John said, "Hey, I see you made #1," and Peter Noon said, "I didn't know what to say." He said, "Thank you."
I got to go with Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, the original, I would say. Scared the crap out of Eric Clapton and all those guys when they saw him, and although he said that Terry Kath was a better player than he was at the time when they first saw Chicago, so that was pretty cool. But
I saw Jimmy too. Same year I saw Grand Funk,
Wow.
1969.
Wow. 27 Club, right?
mhm.
Yeah. Big loss. I wonder what he would have done later on in life if he was still around. Yeah.
More heroin, I guess.
Yeah.
He's funny, man. You got a funny. How come you're not so funny as he is?
I'm writing down the lines for him.
Yeah,
That's what,
Right.
okay, when this comes up, say that.
I'm a written character.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Hunters and
it's a
collectors.
ventriloquist thing.
I
got
love
my
hunters
hand
and
on his
collectors.
neck. Look, I'm running his mouth. Hi, Jack. How are you?
Yeah. Hunters and Collectors are a good band too. Yeah. Australian band.
You're
I
on
believe.
H, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go with this indie guy none of you guys have ever heard of called George Harrison.
Tell us about
There
it.
you go.
Is he good?
Yeah, he likes wearing a hat. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, George is okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with Humble Pie,
Yeah.
Nice.
one of the
nice
great
choice.
rock bands of all time. Steve Marriott.
Yep.
Humble Pie, Rockin' the Fillmore, one of the great live albums of all time.
The Hollies.
Hollies, yeah.
Forgot about
Yes.
that. Love the Hollies.
Bust up.
This is going to be tougher, Larry. You're into the eyes.
It's easy because I've chosen Iron Butterfly, and I'm
Nice.
getting their box set, Glenn, any day of remastered
Ooh.
albums. Yes.
I'd be interested in hearing that.
Yes. So that's it.
Iron Butterfly.
Inagata de Vida, baby.
Baby.
I'll say NXS, and I can't tell you much about them other than they could have been more had their lead singer not, partied
Yeah.
and kind of hurt himself in their band, but huge band.
Yeah.
I mean, I like what they play. I don't know anything about their deeper cuts, but
Donnie Iris.
Yep.
Yeah. Great. I can't remember his band's name though. Donnie Iverson, the
I'm
something.
trying to think of an eye.
Yeah. But good, just a good, fun rock and roll.
I'm gonna say Iron Maiden. Classic rock band. Everyone's familiar with them. I wouldn't say too much my kind of thing, but they're all right.
I don't have any of those guys.
I just thought of one, a psych band from the 60s, not as well known as Grateful Dead and Jefferson Airplane and whatever. It's a Beautiful Day.
Mm-hmm.
I have that album. Actually,
They
that was a BCLT.
White
They had a
Bird.
great song called White Bird. Yeah, beautiful song.
Yeah. That's a great album.
Jay.
Jay.
We're on Jay.
Hey, Max.
Jethro Tull. Not one of my favorites, but I mean, I love, they had a great career, and, their early albums I love. Minstrel in the Gallery, Thick as a Brick, all the early albums. They're great.
And he got his start on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Really?
Oh, well, that was Bodine.
Jethro. That's a joke. Sam did a joke.
Jack was supposed to say that.
Jack. I'll send you some private.
Yeah,
chat.
I think
Did
he
you
saw,
steal
did you
that
see my
from Jack?
notes to
Glenn's
Jack?
passing notes up
Did I
to
show the
Sam there.
He's sending them down south. I'm probably gonna steal Glenn's pick here and say Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
For Jay. One of those groups that had all sorts of offshoots, just like the Dead, with Hot Tuna and Starship and all that stuff that came later. But Surrealistic Pillow, I mean, one of the top albums of the 60s. Volunteers,
for
another
sure.
killer. I love that
sure.
track.
Yeah.
It's kind of just the epitome of that Woodstock generation.
Yes.
For sure. I'm going to go with
Hyatt.
Jay Giles Band.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Centerfield. And, yeah. Awesome,
Yes, he does,
awesome
Robert.
stuff. What's that?
He said Harrison hangs with gnomes.
Oh, I got one. Damn. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to stretch it a bit for mine because you might consider this in C, but I'm gonna have to say Country Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's really stretching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you blew it.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
it is actually a band name because it's Country Joe and the Fish, so it kind of is a band name, Glenn.
It's Joe and the Fish.
Joe and the Fish.
to his best friends. He's just Joe.
Yeah.
The country's in small letters.
I'm
Yeah.
going with James Gang.
Oh, geez.
Ah, good deal.
Nice
With
one.
Joe Walsh. No, I want to go with the past. Once Joe left, the band's gone. But those first 3 albums are fantastic.
Wasn't Dominique Triano in that at one time?
After Joe left.
Yeah, after Joe left. Yeah.
Not the same band.
Yeah. Guess who as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Indigo Girls.
H-I-J-K, Larry K.
Yeah.
Chris Isaac.
I'm catching up on the comments here, Glenn. Chris Isaac.
Iggy Pop.
Well, that would be under pop, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible String Band.
Mm.
Iron Maiden and Iron Butterfly. IQ.
I don't know IQ.
Love It's a Beautiful Day, yeah.
Day. Mike Hart. I loved Early in Excess. Yeah.
Do you guys remember that the guys from In Excess did a TV show? It was like an American Idol
To
show.
find a new singer.
Yeah.
Looking
Looking for a new singer. Yes.
And that didn't
yes.
last long, did it?
Yeah, I think that guy,
Well,
he's not with them anymore, is he?
I don't know.
No.
John Anderson.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. Jackson 5.
Jackson 5. Yeah.
Icicle Works. The Jam. Iggy with or without the Stooges.
Yeah.
Good Jethro Joke Sam.
I have one
Sam.
fan.
There you go.
Interpol. Yeah.
Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull,
Jam.
yes. The Jam.
Richard Hell and the Void.
These viewers are
Voidoids.
naming some great bands here.
Elton John. The Jam.
Janis
Joplin.
Joplin. How did I miss
Oh,
that?
how we could, yeah,
Jay
James
Giles
Joplin.
Band.
Yeah.
Jellyfish. Early Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Cow.
Holy
Okay,
cow.
we're on K now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to pick a great Canadian band, Klaatu.
Love Clap too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Their first two, I only have their first two albums, and their other ones are pretty expensive to buy, but Hope and their debut are
Yeah. 3:17
Beatles-esque,
Eastern Standard Time.
great music.
Yeah. I managed to find all of them at Greenbacks one day.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Vinyl.
Yeah.
But
People thought they were the Beatles. There was some
the first
conspiracy.
album they did, yeah.
We're fighting over this one, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a group that rose to fame in 2004 called The Killers out
Yes.
of Las Vegas. Love The Killers. Brandon Flowers is the lead singer. They've kind of moved. They put out 2 albums in less than a year in 2020 and 2021, which are really good. They've done some work with Springsteen recently. They're kind of moving into like that Heartland style, but early on, the first album is called Hot Fuss. It's one of the best debuts ever. Mr. Brightside, all these things that I've done. It's one of my favorite rock albums.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Swedish hard rock band Crocus.
Oh, okay.
They do an amazing version of Stayed Awake All Night by BTO. They really just, such a great, almost to the T. But yeah, great band. A lot of fun.
Well, someone's got to say the Kinks. So
Oh,
you saved mine. You didn't take mine this time.
I figured I'd spare you. Yeah, Ray Davies is a genius.
He was great. What a great writer.
yeah.
I wonder if they're ever going to get back together.
They
It's
keep
just
teasing
silly
it.
that. Yeah, I know they do. But time's running short.
They keep saying they've been in the studio too.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
I've heard, yeah.
I got to go with King Crimson, one of my top bands of all
geez.
time. I thought Jack was going to steal that on me because we're both big fans. But yeah, I'm a huge King Crimson fan. Right from the first album to the most recent live stuff they're doing. It's just Robert Fripp is just a mad genius. Incredible.
I love how he sits in the corner in his little chair. Just
Yeah.
plays something.
Yeah.
He's a little scientist or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody bought tickets for a future concert? I have.
My daughter just bought tickets to see Jack White this coming
cool.
August, which I'm jealous about because I would love to see him.
I'm hoping to see Sparks in Toronto in April with Molly. I bought the tickets. What about
Nice.
you, Sam?
Yeah, I have a couple that are surprises for people, so I can't talk about it too much. But I did just buy 2 for a couple of smaller groups. One is for a duo called the Milk Carton Kids that are kind of like Little Brothers sounding. And then another one is for Oliver Wood of the Wood
cool.
on a solo tour. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's pretty cool. I just
King's X is a great band.
But just to show the way things are going with this COVID thing, I wanted to get together with a couple old friends, and we're all sports fans. We bought tickets to go to a hockey game in Oshawa on December 28th, and I just got an email yesterday saying that my tickets are being refunded because now they've cut the capacity in all arenas in half. So they didn't. We can't go now. So
We're going to be in another shutdown soon.
I'm afraid what's going to happen with concerts is not going to be good news.
No. Someone mentioned King's X earlier in one of the comments. They're great. They're a great band. Great trio. Christian bass, but they don't preach it. But really, really good stuff.
I do like Supertramp. Yeah, I think they're a great band.
Supertramp's a great band.
And I would like to knock, what's his name? Hodges and
Roger
Hodgson
Yeah.
and Rick, whatever,
Davies.
their heads together.
Yeah.
They've never, I mean,
They were
how
so
could they
good.
split up
so
such
good together.
genius?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
I
on
gotta
L
get
now.
more grape juice. So we are on
L.
L.
Yeah.
Larry.
Larry.
Are
you
you
think
going
we're
to
waking
do
up
Phil?
on-
Are you going to do Phil McCracken when we get to him?
Maybe we'll do a live chat just around Christmas time, and I'll be Phil McCracken.
Okay.
Let's go with Led Zeppelin.
Let's.
Yeah,
Never heard of them. Never
one
heard
of
of
the greatest bands. Although it's kind of sad that their last album just wasn't as good as the other ones. Glenn, that is a beautiful book you
It
have.
is.
Where
Yeah.
did you get that
Larry, one of
from?
my best friends gave this to me.
Wow.
I love him so much. And this is a beautiful book. You should see. This is a Genesis publication. It's just absolutely incredible. All Jimmy's guitars and just amazing book. Jimmy Page, the anthology.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thanks, Larry. I
You're
appreciate you
welcome.
giving me that.
Have you looked through it?
Yes, absolutely. I look
Yeah.
at it every day. I'm on page 4 now.
For L, I'm gonna go with Lord Huron, another indie band that I like quite a lot, and have the potential of being my favorite album of 2021 with their most recent album. They're kind of cinematic. Randy Nelson mentioned Chris Isaac earlier. They're kind of like Chris Isaac for the 21st century. I love them. They became like one of my quarantine bands that I've discovered, and I bought all their stuff. So they're fantastic.
Cool. I'm gonna go with Canadian band Loverboy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great band. Paul Dean's been around with so many other bands, Streetheart and these guys, and just a great Matt Frenette as well, the drummer. Great band, Loverboy. Great band. Actually, he helped Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis was struggling. He was a backup band for Loverboy, and Mike Reno just said, "Just keep on doing what you're doing." And then this big sports album came out and just blew
Oh,
everyone
wow.
out of the
I
water.
didn't know that. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Huh.
I saw him on I don't know if it was Mike Wallace, just when they're talking about all these rock stars, and he was telling that story. So I thought it was kind of cool too.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Lovin' Spoonful.
Oh,
Nice.
love it.
By the way, just so you know, I don't believe in magic, which is why I'm a crappy magician.
I didn't write that one.
You did
Yeah,
right.
don't take
I
credit
know
for
my
that.
hands are up here. I didn't.
You sent him
No
on
cue
off
cards.
on his own.
I
now.
sent him on his own, and look what happened.
Yeah.
I'm going with my favorite female artist at the moment, Lydia Loveless.
Yeah.
Great. I just absolutely love this woman's music so much. I love her voice. She's country meets punk is the way I would describe it. Great artist. I highly suggest that you look up Lydia Loveless. She's amazing.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. I don't think I've heard of her.
Evening, gents.
Evening.
John Lennon.
That would be an L.
Tony Bennett.
Tony D.
Hello, Tony.
Lucifer's Friend. I really wish Supertramp would get back together. I saw their farewell tour. It was awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love and
Just
Rock.
stupid those guys hate each other so much.
Bromance between Glenn and Larry.
Yeah.
Shh.
That's a secret, Robert.
The movie's
That's another-
coming out
oh.
soon.
Yeah,
Ray
Molly
LaMontagne.
loves. How do you pronounce that name?
Lamontagne.
LaMontagne.
Have you heard him, Glenn?
Absolutely, yeah. He's
got a
great.
really
Yeah,
nice
good
voice.
songwriter. Yeah, got a great voice.
Yeah.
You are my everything. Yeah.
Sing it, Sam.
Yeah. I don't have the right. I need to smoke about 100 cigarettes first.
Yeah. Leningrad Cowboys. I have that
Nice.
book.
Jimmy Page book.
Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Love and Spoon.
Love and Spoonful.
I agree with Bromance. Nick Lowe.
I was thinking about Nick Lowe as soon as I finished, but I'm sticking to solo bands.
Excuse me, can we ask a favor, everyone? Molly is watching this, so please don't talk about Larry and my
Yeah.
relationship. It's
Yeah. It's
so
so
it's the
You know,
vicious triangle
Glenn is
going on here. And
married.
it's,
Glenn is a married man.
yeah.
I'm with Molly. We're just friends.
Yes.
Let's get that straight.
I'm
There's
jealous.
no.
Right.
I told Larry to get rid of the mistletoe in his house before I came over.
Yes. Yeah.
I love Nick
The best
Lowe.
place to hide it is on the ceiling.
That was a good one.
That's in queue.
I wrote
okay?
that one.
It will be coming up, I'm sure. I'm sure one of us will mention Queen. Working for the weekend.
That's
No.
Loverboy. Yeah.
Retired.
Hello, Tony B.
Hello,
Tony B. Hi.
Hey, Tony.
We're
Hey,
so
Tony.
happy you've joined us.
I'm just trying to keep up with all of these comments, so I apologize. Lightning Seeds.
There's a lot of bands being named I've never heard of.
No.
Love
Oh,
your
oh,
echo
thank you.
picture in the
Thank you.
background.
Jade Warrior. Hey, ya, Tony B. Glenn, is that your son? Jack, I'm so
No, it's my nephew. It's my nephew Jack.
The Laws. Love Forever. Love and Rockets.
I could never have a son that good looking. Trust me.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Which
Little
is kind of
Feet?
depressing
Little
considering
Feet.
how I look.
Oh, geez. Why
Little
can't we
Feet,
remember
yeah.
Little
Who is
Feet?
removing
Little
my
Feet.
messages? I don't know.
Who's removing my messages? That's me.
Yeah.
The
That's
variation.
variation.
Sorry.
Could have went with Los Lobos too.
Welcome back, Cotter. Welcome back, Kettering. Welcome back.
Okay, we're into Lulu.
No, I will not
No.
be listening.
No.
to
No,
it.
me neither. Come on, Elton's. He's done. That would go on the shelf so fast and collect dust. It would.
That's kind of like the McCartney 3 Imagined. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, hold on. I've got something coming up with McCartney 3 today. So yeah, the Imagined ones. You're right.
Yeah, I like McCartney 3. That's a great record.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
3 Imagined. That's another live chat.
Okay, we're into M. We're halfway through.
Halfway.
And we only have an hour to go. So
Maybe we should do the other half in the next live chat. Isn't that a
that
great
might not be
idea?
a bad idea. And we got an hour to answer questions and carry
We'll
on.
do that. Do you want to do that, guys?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
yeah,
we'll
stop at M.
finish with M. Glenn, this was a really bad idea of yours. I just want to
Yeah, I'm not. Don't listen to me, Larry.
Okay. M, the final one. I'm going to go with Man, a Welsh band that Glenn knows of now, and Glenn likes them, right, Glenn?
Yeah, they're really good.
How would you describe their music? Kind of.
Is it prog? Is it proggy kind of?
Kind of a Grateful Dead-ish kind of jam.
Kind of proggy psychedelic. Does that make sense?
Have you heard of them, Robert?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're good.
Van Morrison.
Rhinos,
right?
Winos, and Lunatics. I love that album.
Yeah. I have it. I have one on my playlist in Spotify. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Sam? M.
Well, there are two that I would mention. However, I'm sticking to my own rule of this solely being banned, so I will not mention Van Morrison. And the other one is everybody's talking about is the Monkees.
Yep.
Nice.
But I'm going to mention a group I just talked about a couple letters ago, which is the Milk Carton Kids, which is a folk duo, and they're strictly a duo. I mean, even when they go on tour, it's just the two of them with their guitars, and they wear suits just like the Everly Brothers in terms of like how they dress, but their lyrics are very somber, but like they always tell like these jokes and things between like to lighten the mood, and they're very funny guys in their early 30s or so, and hoping to see them in April if all things go correctly.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, I got to keep on going with Canadian stuff. I'm going to go with Max Webster.
Yep.
Actually, Kim Mitchell would be M as well, the lead singer. But yeah, Max Webster, great band. Very glam rock and roll. I saw Kim Mitchell. I don't know how many times. At Loyalist College, back in the day. But Max Webster, great band for sure.
And we were probably at the same concert.
I would think
you
so.
were saying. So that was, I think, 77, 78.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Sega open for
Max Webster.
Max Webster.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're at the same concert.
Oh, that's
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like
I-
you and me at the Van Halen concert, Larry, or sorry, Glenn. Which concert did we?
We both went to the one with Stevie Ray Vaughan and
Stevie
Jeff
Ray
Beck
Vaughan,
and
Jeff Beck, and
Healey.
Jeff Healey. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm gonna say Nick Mason's "Saucer Full of Secrets."
Wow. Nice.
What an awesome band! I mean, in the Pink Floyd world, does it get better than that?
Not much.
No.
Oh man,
No.
That's a great album. If you guys haven't heard that, it's amazing. The Saucer Full of Secrets album. Got to hear it. I'm going to go with Mountain. Leslie West.
Leslie West.
Yeah. Mississippi Queen, Yasgur's Farm. One of my favorite songs of all time, penned by Jack Bruce, theme for an imaginary Western. Just a great band. And just a funny story, my buddy and I, Leslie West, after Mountain was all done, there was a little bar in the East End of Toronto in Scarborough called the Penthouse. And it's just a little club where all our rock bands used to play. And we're looking, coming up, New Year's Eve, Leslie West playing in Scarborough, Ontario at the Penthouse. And we're going, oh, we got to go. So we get tickets and we go, and we're sitting right up front. Leslie comes out about 11:45. The first time he's come out on stage. He walks out, he plays about 4 songs, maybe 3 songs. It hits midnight. He doesn't even say Happy New Year. He just goes, F this. And he walks off the stage. And
Wow.
we thought, he's taking a break. He's going to come back. And I went up to one of his roadies who was standing by the bar. And I said, so is Leslie West going to play a theme for Imaginary Western? He said, play a theme for Imaginary Western. He's gone. He left.
No.
15-minute performance. Not
Wow.
even Happy New Year.
Yes. Great
The
concert.
mood.
Bit of disappointment.
Yeah.
Mahavishnu. Yes.
The Music Machine.
April Wine. Yep.
The Modern Lovers. Well, Barry Manilow. Mahogany Rush. Mountain Goats need mention here. Moody Blues.
Moody Blues,
Man, I'm
yes.
getting into the Moody Blues. Moxie.
Moxie,
great
yes.
Canadian band. Melanie.
Melanie's fantastic. Melanie Safka.
The
Great artist.
Morels.
Don't know the Morels, Randy.
Modest Mouse. Andrew James. Is that the Andrew James that I work with at McKesson, Canada? Hi,
Yeah, that's
Andrew.
him. I recognize him.
Yeah. Dave Mason.
Dave
I've
Mason.
anyway-
met Dave Mason.
The Motels.
Traffic.
Motels are great.
The
Yeah, they're great.
McCoys.
McCoys.
The Beatles.
Needles.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Michael Nesmith.
Yeah.
The Motors. This is why we're stopping, because
Oh, Nickelback. Yeah, that's why
we'll
we're
be
stopping.
talking about Nickelback.
That's what.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's the end of. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun.
It really was.
That took just over
So,
an hour.
Larry,
And
can I bring something up? There's
Yeah.
2 birthdays today that we should be celebrating. One is Keith Richards' birthday, but before we get into that, it's also the first anniversary of McCartney 3.
Oh wow.
So
Cool.
I'm
Took
just
him a year.
curious what everybody think. I think we all like this album.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, after it's been out for a year now, what your thoughts are on it. Do you still play it? Do you kind of just go,
I haven't played it for a
"Eh,
long time.
I haven't
for
played
no
it.
reason.
Me
Probably
too.
since February.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah. February.
Yeah,
this
so you
year.
think it has staying power? You think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
good album? Or,
Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to playing them. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be like McCartney 2, where it's gonna fall out of favor, but then it'll be back in 20 years, 25 years in the
Yeah.
extended version. Yeah.
But anyway, happy birthday. And happy birthday to Keith Richards.
Happy 120th
To Keith Richards.
Yes.
No, 116, please.
Yeah. Yeah, don't age him.
It's hard to believe. He's 78.
Moby, great band. Moxie.
Moxie's
Yeah.
a great band as well.
Great band.
Robert.
Yeah.
Okay, we're off of the alphabet idea.
Meatloaf.
I
Yeah.
apologize to everyone. It was a last minute idea, and some ideas you should just when we do the next live chat, I'm gonna forget the alphabet thing, so we don't start with M.
If you want to have us back on, you better forget the
So now we're here just to have fun, hopefully, and stop talking about the alphabet. This was fun. Thank you,
Thank
Robert.
you, Robert.
But
Thank you.
if you want to ask any of us music questions or alphabet soup, yeah. So
the soup on it a little bit too salty.
yeah. And Glenn and I are getting together on Tuesday. It's not a bromance though, Glenn, remember. And we gave each other 5 CDs. So we're going to be reviewing them and ranking them. And I think we're giving each other 5 more CDs, Glenn.
Yeah, we probably.
Or do you want
should.
to give it a break?
We might need to give it a break over Christmas
and
then get back.
Although maybe we can, if you want, we can still exchange the CDs, but we'll a couple of weeks or whatever till we get back together.
Yeah.
We'll have more time to listen to the CDs anyway, right?
We'll figure it out. Yeah. That sounds good.
Next year.
We'll never get to ZZ Top. That's right.
No, ZZ Top.
I like this one here. Favorite numeric. I can't even say
numeric bands.
Numeric bands.
10cc.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even think of one. You got one.
Yeah, that's good. What's your favorite Cream album, Glenn?
Disraeli Years, I think, is my favorite one, but I love all 3 of them. All the 3 main studio albums.
Fresh Cream,
Wheels on Fire, and that was half live too. So Disraeli Years.
10,000 Maniacs.
13 Floor Elevators, great band.
You also have the Sixpence None the Richer.
Yeah.
Favorite album of 2021.
Oh wow.
Look at
Sam. What was it?
What was your favorite? Your favorite
After the Crown.
Dolan Sings Nesmith, right?
Yeah.
Dolan Sings Nesmith, the best album of the year.
I don't have that one, but it would probably be my favorite.
Yeah, Styx Crash of the Crown was mine for sure.
I'll probably be doing a video on that soon, so I don't want to spoil it. But Dolan Sings Nesmith is definitely in the top 5.
Yeah.
There's some great
where
stuff.
you once belong. Glenn and Larry. Bands or artists.
Robert, we can talk amongst ourselves and Jack.
Now, Robert and Sam and Jack, this question is just for me and Glenn.
Yeah, so I won't say anything.
You can turn off the camera. Yeah, please.
I have to go feed the dogs. So.
Yeah, you guys go for a pee or something.
Yeah.
The Beatles. Yes, and Sparks, I think. Glenn.
Well, as of today, I'm going to say the Beatles. Oh man, it's so hard. I'm throwing Yes in there today because I've just been listening to a ton of Yes lately, and they're one of my top 5 probably favorite bands. And the Grateful Dead.
Jack.
I'm going to say Beatles, Yes, and the Stones.
Robert.
Beatles, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath.
Sam, I'm sorry we don't have enough time for you to.
That's okay. Let's move on. Beatles, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and the third one always throws me for a loop. At this very moment, I would say the Monkees, but that third is always in rotation. But always the Beatles and Petty.
I got to say, because it said and or artist, so I would probably throw Yes out and put Bob Dylan album. Bob Dylan in
or
there.
Van Morrison for me too. Yeah.
And I will say an artist that's really going up in the rankings for me, thanks to Glenn Kellaway from the Basement, Stephen Wilson and his band Porcupine Tree.
Yeah.
I now have, I think, like 10 of the solo in Porcupine Tree, and the band is amazing.
Takes you away.
Well, Larry, I have a question for you about that. When you're writing something down with a pencil and you make a mistake, and you can't use your hand to erase it, what are you supposed to do?
Hand cannot erase.
Oh, jeez, he's witty today.
I didn't even see you write that down, Glenn.
I didn't. I did. That's totally spontaneous.
Glenn, there's another question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
And don't be too honest.
Randy.
I have an odd love affair with Sparks. I don't know what it is. Like, I really like A Steady Drip, 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 the album that Larry gave me, because I like the vocals in it better. The music's fine. Like, they're a very inventive band. They're obviously so creative. I just am not a fan of really theater art rock stuff, and I have a hard time with those kind of bands. It always reminds me of watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the 44th time, or listening to Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. It's kind of like, that's why I don't like Queen. Like, it's too campy or something. It's just so I'll never be a huge fan, but I sure appreciate them. And I'd say Larry lent me, I always forget the name, Come On to My House, and it's opening my eyes a little bit.
Play it for Jack tonight.
Yeah, I will, because I'm trying to get rid of him
Merry
early tomorrow.
Christmas,
Like,
David.
I'm not supposed to take it home till Tuesday, and if I play it for him tonight, maybe he'll want to go home tomorrow, and I can get some rest.
Oh, I'm not listening to that. I'll walk.
Thank you, David T. Merry Christmas,
Thank you,
guy.
David.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Fresh
Fresh
Cream,
Cream, yeah, great
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
801. Has anyone ever heard of the Bugaloos? I've heard of them.
I've heard of them. Yeah,
They were
yeah.
a
My mom
Monkees
was a big fan
ripoff
of
band of the
Beatles.
70s.
No,
No.
never heard of them. No.
Yeah.
ABC, yeah.
We're not doing the alphabet anymore.
Did you notice in the
That's a
Get
good
Back film
background.
that guitar stands weren't invented yet? Guitars leaning everywhere.
George's fell over.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Guitar stands were called roadies.
And you know who the fifth? I figured out who the fifth Beatle is finally. It's Magic Alex.
Yeah.
Did you see that stupid guitar thing he
Yeah.
like?
It looked like it was made of Play-Doh.
Yeah, he was very entertaining to the Beatles. They loved that
He
guy.
didn't do anything. Like,
No, but he had all these whacked out ideas.
yeah.
I would have said the
Status
fifth
quo.
Beatle
Yeah,
was
good.
Ringo's foot that fell out of the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Status Quo. They're a great band. The Quo.
Yeah.
And Molly,
One of
if you're
those runners.
watching, Les Battersby was a big character on Coronation Street. He left
She
the
knows
show,
that.
and the whole
Yeah.
thing was that he was a big fan of Status Quo, and we went off and went on tour with them. That's how he left the show.
Lena Lovitch. Afternoon, gentlemen. All the best of the season.
Yes.
To you all.
Happy
Thank
Same to you.
holidays.
Happy
Thank you.
holidays. Yes.
Thurston Gross. By the way, it is so great to see you again today. Really missed you. I have a new job and therefore little time at the moment. Sorry for that. Well, good for you
Cool.
getting
Well,
a
it's good
new
that
job.
you got a new job and you're working and making
Congrats.
money, Thorsten.
I feel your pain. Working
Yeah.
and yeah. That's awesome though. You got a new job. That's fantastic.
Andrew James, best Christmas album. I personally think Bad Religion has the best album, and Dropkick Murphys, best Christmas song with the seasons upon us. I love the Beatles Christmas album.
I don't own any
Dead
Christmas
silence.
albums.
Not a boy, Robert.
No, I don't.
I love Christmas music.
Yeah.
I tried to get Glenn to do a video, and he sent me back this thing. He said, "I'm probably a Scrooge, but I'm not going to be doing Christmas rankings with you." And then
I hate Christmas music.
Glenn, I thought we were going to, when you're here on Tuesday, we're going to do some Christmas songs.
Yeah. No, I just
On the organ that he just bought.
I do.
I like. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna
Silent
say,
Night.
there are a couple that I like. My favorite Christmas album is by a group from Virginia called the Statler Brothers. They used to back Johnny Cash. I've interviewed a couple
Flowers
of them,
on the
actually.
Wall.
Yeah, and their Christmas album is the one that we always put in when we were opening presents in the morning. But there's a new one actually. Well, newer. I've got it right here by this guy. For those of you that like rock and don't necessarily want like the same old Christmas songs, it's an album called Socks. by J.D. McPherson, and it's rockabilly. It is absolutely fantastic. He's currently backing Robert Plant right now with Alison Krauss
Oh, wow.
on guitar.
Cool.
But
Hmm.
if you like rockabilly, if you like Dwayne Eddy or anything like that, it's all originals. The title is talking about how socks are the worst Christmas gift when you're a kid. But it's a great rockin' album. He said he wanted to make a rock album first before Christmas album. So
Cool.
it's really cool.
I have one song that I have to play every year at Christmas time, and that's Fairy Tale from New York by the Pogues. Greatest Christmas song ever.
Your favorite song in the shower? I don't have one.
Yeah.
I'm not in the shower long enough to sing a song. It's just get it done and
We're
go.
basically not singers.
No.
Sam?
What about Have You Ever Heard the Rain?
In the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the rain? Yeah.
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 Favorite Beatles
Big
and
Oh,
Stones
man.
song?
That's
a
its
day
own
in the
chat.
life. A Day in the Life for the Beatles and 2,000 Light Years from Home for the Rolling Stones.
I would say individual songs, A Day in the Life. To cheat, I would say Side 2 of Abbey Road. Stones, I really like Dead Flowers quite a lot. And Moonlight Mile. Both of those songs are I like their ballads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with A Day in the Life as well, and Wild Horses by the Stones.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with A Day in the Life, and for the Stones, Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
That's a killer song.
Yeah.
Strawberry Fields Forever and Moonlight Mile.
Wouldn't it have been cool if the Doors covered Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
That would have been interesting, yeah.
Maybe the Dirty Knobs can do it, Glenn.
Yes, that's another one who could do it, yeah.
I'm sorry,
and
they
Sam,
already
top three
mentioned their
bands
top
or
3
artists.
bands.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Favorite live album? Grand Funk live album.
Wow, that's a big one.
That's tough.
There's so many good ones. Recently, it's the Mike and Mickey show. But, I mean, I've got to go with The Last Waltz.
I'd have to go with Made in Japan, Deep Purple.
I guess I'd say Live at Leeds. Great album.
It's a good choice.
That is a classic. This is so hard. Man, that's a tough one. I am gonna say the Monkees Live, the Mike and Mickey show, just because that's the one I really am listening to the most right now.
Yeah.
So it's probably not my favorite of all time, but it's certainly my favorite right now.
Now, this next question is just for Jack and me. So you other guys just ignore it. Larry and Jack, what is your favorite Led Zeppelin album? Physical Graffiti, right, Jack?
I'm gonna have to go with Led Zeppelin 1.
Jack. Okay, the other guys can answer now.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin 1. It's just one of the best openers of all time.
I go Physical Graffiti, but Led Zeppelin 1 has a very special place in my heart for sure.
Yeah.
Unit 4 plus 2.
That's
Are we doing
6.
math now?
Yeah. Hope he doesn't get into double digits. Okay, ignore me. You guys got it covered. Okay, Gene. We're ignoring you.
What did we ignore?
He was asking him.
No, the top 3.
Albums.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
there you
there's
go,
a good one
Glenn.
for you, Sam.
Blood on the Tracks, my favorite Dylan album. It's perfect.
I'm going Blood on the Tracks too, but boy, 2 classic records.
I'm going to be the outsider here. Sorry. Not a big fan of Bob Dylan, but I'm nothing against the man. I just don't have any of his music.
Larry, remove Robert from the court, please.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you, Robert.
He hasn't paid his $20 yet.
You
Now
know
he's
what? I do
slamming
have
Bob Dylan.
power here. I could
You have
just
a lot of
remove any
power.
one of you, just
Yeah.
for the fun of it.
He's offended the
I'll
majority.
be knocking. Where'd you go? Where'd you
Okay, okay, wait, Larry. Physical graffiti.
Andrew James. I first wanted to say, like, Andrew, I worked with Andrew at McKesson, Canada. It'll be 1 year I haven't been working at
Wow.
the end of January. And Andrew, I just want to say that I miss you, and I seriously I don't miss working so much, but I miss the people. So say hello to the people there at work. And I finally remembered what I have here, Robert. It's called Kilari Malformation 1.
Wow.
And
That's
I
a
guess
mouthful.
Kilari Malformation 2 is even worse. But yeah, so that's what I have. And
Wow,
not
that's
fun.
doesn't sound fun. No, doesn't
Yeah.
sound fun.
But
at
I was
all.
born with it. So
Oh wow,
yeah, it has to do with the spine,
the spine. Yeah.
and surprisingly something to do with the brain.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah.
makes you more intelligent. You mean?
No, I don't think so. So anyway, Andrew, y'all should have any of you heard the Gaslight Anthem?
I've heard of them.
Yeah. I'm going to write that down.
No.
I'm not sure. The name sounds familiar, though.
Okay. I wrote that down. Glenn got me into Stephen Wilson Porcupine Tree 2. Thanks,
Awesome.
Glenn. Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah. Did you order that Porcupine Tree album, Dead Wing?
Not yet, Larry.
You got it.
I'm going
Glenn.
to.
You
Dead
got
Wing.
it.
Great
All
album.
of you should.
I will.
Have you got that one, Robert?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you into? You're into?
I was
Stephen
going to wait until
Wilson
after
too?
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. Just a couple of his albums.
Yeah.
The Future Bites and.
Yeah.
But I just have to give him more of a listen. I really liked it when I listened to it.
Do you have Hand Cannot Erase?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
yeah.
I think that's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocking the poutine.
Poutine.
Yeah.
God, I got to tell you, Larry, I don't like poutine. I don't like anybody messing with my
Why,
fries.
Glenn?
did
You don't
that
like
with
poutine?
You're not.
Well, because you don't
You're
mess
not-
with a French fry.
You're not normal.
It's one of the
Glenn.
great gourmet foods
You're
of all
not.
time.
You're not a Canadian, Glenn.
Oh,
Tommy
Tommy
Bolin.
Bolin.
So,
#1 solo and bands artist. Is that a question or a statement?
I think it's a statement.
Does
I
anyone
love
like
Bob Dylan. He's up there with the Beatles for me. There's Bob Dylan and the Beatles, and they sit up like high in the clouds above everyone else, and then the rest of them all
They
fall
do, and
into place.
they scoff at those that come below them. They're
Yes,
like, "Ha-ha,
that's right.
You could be. You can never
They
be."
spit in their general direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Roxy Music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go with Sam's answer. Judy Sill.
I don't know.
I don't know Judy Sill.
No, don't know Judy Sill.
I've heard of the name.
They played Woodstock
They only
for
did 5
105
songs.
minutes, and they only did 5 songs. Yeah, that is funny.
Hey,
Right on, David.
Larry, would you mind if I post a link? I think Sam might be interested in this video as it features Mike Campbell performing in the studio with Star Crawler playing I Need to Know. Good cover. Sure.
I know that cover. I've seen that
Oh, he
video.
knows it? Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard it on Tom Petty radio on XM. It was very good. It's no Heartbreakers, but it's a good version because they have a Heartbreaker with them.
Propaganda.
Jason.
You lent me that one, right, Larry? Propaganda. I think I got
Both
that
of them, Glenn.
one. Yeah, ended discreet. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. Well, it's just me.
It's just you,
I'm
Glenn.
weird. I know I'm weird.
I kind of thought Paul was a jerk and Get Back. I don't think he was.
I did not.
No.
No, I didn't
No.
think so either.
I thought he was frustrated and trying to get the guys to actually focus and want to be
Yeah.
the Beatles.
Yeah, he just wanted to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a workaholic. Like,
He was
He still
passionate
is.
about the band, and the other
Yeah.
guys weren't anymore, really.
Yeah.
And you have to think, I mean, behind the scenes of the camera, he was at the same time dealing with them all wanting to use Alan Klein as their manager, and he was the only
Yeah.
one against that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Which
showed
over
his
the
musical,
years he was proved to be right in that too.
showed his musical genius as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
right, Robert.
geniuses tend to be a little different than most people. So
Not defending Magic Alex, that was just
that
a
was a
prototype
pretty
guitar.
bad prototype guitar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but the whole thing behind it was there was two kinds of guitars.
Reversible.
Two guys
with
of
the
guitars,
neck
yeah.
spin.
And he was supposed to have that studio ready for them, and it was garbage, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny.
Les Batterby's Leanne and Toyer are still on Corey Street. Yes, they are.
is that Coronation Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard
Tucker's
Ringo's.
Christmas album is a classic.
I want to though.
The Dickies, Silent Night.
Silent Night.
Oh, I've heard the Jethro Tull Christmas album is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have that, Robert?
No, I do not. No,
Yeah.
but I've heard it.
Yeah.
I just don't have it. No.
Another
I've got most
one-
of their studio albums. But
Another
Yeah,
one
we
of my
talked about
favorites.
It's a Beautiful Day earlier. Yeah, they were a pretty good band.
Ella Fitzgerald has a good swinging Christmas album. It's called the Swinging Christmas. It's killer. Yeah, Socks. It's killer too. I listened to it today.
Hey, Gene, I thought we were supposed to be ignoring you.
Magma. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Oh
No,
my
I'm very
God, that would
familiar
just
with
make
that
me
one.
throw up in my mouth a little bit. I can't listen to that stuff.
Neil Young from In the Basement.
He's not here.
Yeah, Dandelion's awesome.
Glenn wouldn't
He's
be on the
welcome,
live
though.
stream.
He's welcome.
He's hanging out in the barn.
Last year, has anybody heard the new Neil Young album yet?
No.
Mm.
No.
I'm dying to hear it.
I can't get into Neil Young.
No,
That's an unpopular opinion, but
Sam's
yeah,
gone.
I like
sorry,
even the
Sam.
acoustic
Nice.
stuff. You don't even like the acoustic stuff.
I like the acoustic stuff. Sure, I do. I mean, I love Harvest Moon. I love Harvest. I even like the record he did a few years ago from Jack White's Third Man, like the covers album. I like his acoustic stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm
you should check out the live at Massey Hall or live at Carnegie Hall. Both those albums. I can't believe you wouldn't love those.
I should. I do want to get his Unplugged. I do like his Unplugged a lot.
Yeah.
Long May You
Check
Run.
out Massey Hall, man.
But like some of the newer stuff, like oh gosh, like the stuff that he did with like Promise of the Real. I can't get into it.
Yeah. No, some of it's not. It's not as good as it used to be.
I need to try.
You look
Wild
like
one.
him.
You look like Neil Young.
And he looks like you, and
Made Japan.
the live-
Yeah.
oh, live albums.
Yeah. The Who
Step
leads.
3 is my favorite.
Step 3's great album. Yeah.
It's definitely different.
They're all
than
great.
The other two.
We used to a little band called the Beatles. They asked you a list of songs to come over the 70s. And
70s. Whoa, that's an interesting
Oh.
question.
wow.
Yes.
I'd have them cover the Beatles solo songs.
You know what? I'd have them cover some Bob Dylan songs.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting.
George would have loved that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were all Bob Dylan fans, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard question. That's a hard question for sure.
It would have been cool, like a early Paul McCartney song, like "Oh Woman, Oh Why," right? The Beatles doing that, even though it's already a great song. But
I could see them doing.
one of the great live albums. Yeah. So,
I could see them covering like Foreigner and maybe something like that. But it's a hard question. It'd be weird for them to cover songs.
They could do "Staying Alive."
oh, Beatles disco.
Beatles do the
You
Bee
know what?
Gees.
It might have happened, man.
The Stones kind of did
What
it.
year was the best for Live Dead? I'd say
When?
72. I think that's when they were. I'd say 72 that they were at the top of their game then, and harmonies were the best then, and the musicianship. But I love 77, 76 because I like the songs they were doing at that era, like
Rory's
Franklin's
Irish
Tower
Tour.
and all those songs.
I like any of the years with Brent Midland. He's
Yeah.
killer on the vocals.
My favorite heavy metal album would be Black Sabbath's Sabotage.
I'd have to go with the Crocus live album. I don't have a lot of heavy metal stuff, but yeah, I'd have to go with Crocus live. But
I'm going to go with Octavision, the album I lent to Larry on our last review, because I don't have a lot of heavy metal stuff either, but that's a really heavy album, and I just think the musicianship is incredible. Check out a band called Octavision. Amazing.
Judas.
Song from the Doors.
Oh, geez.
So many, too many to probably
great
the
songs.
end, but
I like the end a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, me too. And when the music's over, that's kind of the samey kind of thing.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good,
that's a
though.
great song too.
Yeah.
LA Woman.
People are strange.
I like Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
I like him more in Genesis than his solo career, but
Salisbury Hills.
We're
one of my
opposite
favorites.
to that. I like the solo career better.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Glenn.
Yeah.
You know Josh Ritter, Glenn?
No, I think you're the only one.
He's a great songwriter. There's one, I think it's called The Temptation of Adam. It's a killer song. Do you all know the show Bluegrass Underground or Glenn? It's a
Yeah.
He does a great Bluegrass Underground.
Take care, Derek.
Oh, really?
Merry Christmas.
You should check it out. It's really him and a bassist. Yeah, it's really good.
That would be on my bucket list to go to those caves there and go to the show.
It's probably 5 hours from. Like it would be a 5-hour trip.
Have you guys ever seen that? They built a I don't know if they call it an amphitheater or a theater underground in caves. So you have to go. The whole thing is like it's just rock and everything. Like you're just in a mine, basically.
And it's the same temperature all the
watching
time.
Oh, wow.
a concert. It looks phenomenal.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Freezing to death in Canada.
New York vinyl picker, also known as Art. Hello, everyone
Yeah.
up north. I'm a big Steven Wilson fan. Glad to see you guys listening. I watch all your channels. Thank you.
Oh,
very
thank you.
much.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank
Stephen
you.
Wilson's amazing.
And
yes.
speaking of
Big fan.
channels, I should promote your channels. I have a link for all of the people here. A link in the description of this live chat. Sam, tell us a little bit about your channel.
Well, I'm not as funny as Jack, but I try to.
Who is?
Exactly who is.
Who is?
As you can.
Oh well, screw you guys. I'm going.
I mentioned during our little alphabet ring around the rosy a few minutes ago, a lot of my bands are more folky and indie, so I like to talk about those. But Bob Dylan, Van Morrison, Tom Petty, Monkees, I love all that stuff. And Glenn mentioned earlier, I did just upload a video that came up probably when this live stream was happening. I review this new album by Brian Wilson. It's his solo, almost classical album that he just put out of doing all of his hits and a few deep cuts. So I just did a review on that. So Beach Boys fans can check that out.
Is that an instrumental album?
It's all Brian on piano. So what it is it's produced by his keyboardist Darian Sahanaja, who also has played with the Zombies, and he played with the Wondermints as well. But it's Brian playing all the parts, but like they've layered it. So like a song like God Only Knows, which has these the voices at the end in 3-part harmony. Brian's playing the low, the middle, and the high. So it's like he's layered the piano, but it's good. It's good. Dinner time. Music.
Cool.
It's evening music, and it kind of came out of left field, but I like it a lot. I got it finally in the mail after waiting for it for a long time. It's been out for a couple of weeks.
Awesome.
So I finally
Sounds
got it
interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Yes, I want to see the new Spider-Man movie.
Jack has seen the new Spider-Man movie. Jack, what do you think?
Lucky dog.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I heard
And that's his review.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Spider-Man
Jack.
I
movie.
mean, that's all you need
Thumbs
to know.
Jeez.
No spoilers.
He's a man of few words.
Uh, who's
Yeah,
next?
Jack says that too. It's great. That's all there is. When you go see that movie, it's just a one word answer. It's
What's
good.
your favorite AC song with Bon Scott? Jeez.
For Bon Scott, it would be Whole Lotta Rosie with Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
It would be I don't know, Highway to Hell. No, that's not.
That's Bon
Yeah.
Scott.
The opening song, I can't think of it at the moment. Darn it. Go ahead, Sam.
I would say Dirty Deeds for Bon Scott. And maybe Thunderstruck. Or no,
That's it. That's what I was
Bells.
thinking of. Thunderstruck. Yeah.
Hell's Bells for Brian Johnson.
Yeah. I go with Jailbreak for Bon Scott, and Highway to sorry, not Highway to Hell. Shit. I'm thinking too much Bon Scott stuff.
Because Brian covers so much of it now.
He does. Right.
So you're so used to him doing it for 40 years.
I can't remember. I can't think of a Brian Johnson song.
Big Balls.
That's Bon Scott as well.
Glenn, sing a bit of Big Balls.
Hold on a second. Jack and I have to confer secretly on this AC/DC thing. Just you won't be able to hear us, but just check it out. Jack, do you hate AC/DC as much as me?
Oh, no way.
You like them?
Oh, I don't like them, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't like them either. No, I've never owned or listened to an AC/DC album in my life.
Shame on you, Glenn. Shame on you.
Yeah,
Time to
it
kick him
probably
out
is.
now.
I'll take my electricity. I don't need them. I'll just use my electricity.
Yeah. We use batteries in
Yeah.
our house.
Is that it?
Okay.
Springsteen in your top 10s? No, but he's one of the best live performers ever, right, Glenn? You've seen him many times.
I've seen him probably
And,
12
yeah, I
times.
love
I
his
think
music.
he's an incredible live performer. And
Yeah.
I used to be such a huge fan, but in the last year or two, I kind of stopped listening to him. His voice is kind of grating on me or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
I love the
nothing but respect.
the album Western Stars that came out a couple of years ago. I think it's a masterpiece. So he's not my top 10, but I would pay to see him live. I've never seen him live, but I would love to.
Yeah, he's amazing. And they finally released his performance from the I forget what that concert was called. I saw the movie at the show when it came, the theater when it came out in the 70s, and it's like an hour-long performance. And it's masterful. No Nukes.
The No Nukes concert.
I'm definitely going to buy that because that was just an incredible performance.
Robert.
Yes, me.
You didn't say anything, did you, about Bruce Springsteen?
I've got actually that whole set of 1975 to
The live?
1980.
Yeah,
Yeah, the 5
75
album
live.
set.
Yeah.
That's all I need, I think, from him. It's got every song that he's written. I love The River. I have to get that album though again.
I love
it's a good album.
Tunnel of Love is my favorite.
Yeah, but
Darkness on the
he's
Edge
just
of
a
Town is my
classic.
favorite.
He's just a classic artist. I don't listen to him all that much, but I do. I think he's made a big contribution to music for sure, and he's just,
and a classy dude too. For all the years he's been around, you don't hear crap about
and
him.
a great autobiography. His autobiography is fantastic. Born to Run, and
he's
the
a
Springsteen on
staple.
Broadway too.
He's a staple in the music industry for sure. Yeah.
Robert, tell us about your channel.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't want to rush it or push it.
We want to know about it.
I'm not a pushy guy. It's Robert's on my turntable. I've been doing this now for a couple of years, 2 years actually. A lot of classic rock, 70s and 80s mostly, and talk a lot about bands. I just finished showing all my live albums. which was a lot of fun. And I like comparing albums. I like showing different bands and talking about. I like to research as well, so I like to get a lot of information on the bands and artists that I talk about, rather than just showing an album. I think that's more informative, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I just want to keep on going and having a great time doing it. And yeah, Robert's on my turntable. Please link below, like and subscribe, and leave wonderful comments, because I answer as many comments as I'm able to answer, for sure. And,
Cool.
Enjoy it very much. Started with this guy. I started watching him a long time ago.
I should have done this when we started. I didn't know I could
Yeah.
do that.
We're
Hi,
just the
everybody.
voices in your
Welcome to
head.
my live stream.
Good.
Let's
This is
see.
great. Now I can
Let's
pick
see if
my
I can
nose while
find-
you're.
Hey, Glenn, on here it says I can kick you from the studio. That is awesome to know.
Really, I love that. You know how much I like when you do that.
It leaves a boot mark and all.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not wearing any pants, Larry, so you're gonna probably
Oh,
leave a mark on
Glenn,
my
not,
leg.
not
Jeez.
when you're full screen, Glenn.
God bless you, Jack.
Can you put some pants on while I'm right next to him?
Yeah.
I noticed Jack was leaning a little.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
he's got gas.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with the pants.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Tell us about your
Hey,
channel.
Jack.
Your
Hey,
channel.
what's going on?
My channel is called Glenn Calloway from the Basement. It's right there on the screen. And I just like to talk about my 60-some years of experience listening to music and playing music, and talk about all my favorite bands, from the Beatles to bluegrass, from jazz to world music, whatever. I have a very eclectic taste, and I'll show my collection or talk about a new album that came out or whatever. And that's just like the biggest thing for me is sharing what I know and think about music, and then having the comments come back and being able to chat back and forth with people and share ideas and stuff. So that's cool.
Cool. And where was that comment there about John?
Now, wasn't David, that comment David made that he gained new respect for John in Get
yeah.
Back, was that the same guy who commented and said that he thought Paul was a
Yeah,
bit of a dick?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, it's weird the way people think, eh? Because John came across to me at first like he could care less whether he was there or not,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
had no ambition to finish songs.
Yeah. He's just goofing around.
And so I mean, later they all kind of got down. to
But I
business and did
I
their
feel
thing.
that when George left, I think it woke him up.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Yeah.
It scared him or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and then that little meeting he had with Paul that was recorded, it's like, yeah, I've got to be the
Mhm.
boss or whatever.
Get off the pot.
Yeah.
And we
yeah.
were talking about it during our Get Back feed, where when Paul went for his meeting and John started singing like "I've Got a Feeling," like he kind of took over that rehearsal while Paul was gone. So he still realized he had a lot of pull, especially with George, because George looked
Mhm.
up to all of them, especially John. Yeah.
I think overall they all came across pretty well.
Oh yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Especially Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo was just there, right?
He was cool.
Yeah. He
Even-
farted. You know. Have you guys seen the video of Ringo Starr and Robbie Robertson? Yeah.
Yes.
that's very
Yeah,
good.
it's great.
That's an amazing video. Amazing.
All of those
video.
videos are good from
Yeah.
that series.
Yeah, it was just remarkable how they did that.
That's a good song.
I've never heard Merle Haggard's that song.
The
They made it
Hag.
through December.
Yeah.
But Merle could write some songs. There's no doubt.
Oh, there you go, Glenn.
Live Rust rocks. Yes, it does. Great album.
Glenn, this one's for you.
I missed ABBA until they released a new album. Yeah, me neither.
I like that
I never
album.
realized I missed them.
I like ABBA. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, that's fine. Most people do. Like,
I'll
Yeah,
take
like
some
that,
other
yeah.
letters of the alphabet myself.
yeah,
Psychedelic.
it's a palindrome. ABBA, you know that.
No, it's a band, Glenn.
Competitive.
Glenn and Sam, what's the post?
Okay, Glenn and Sam, what are your post Harvest Moon Neil Young albums you particularly like? Well, Sam doesn't like Neil Young, so he's not even going to want to answer this.
Well, like I said, the only one that I've really
that
heard
you
in
particularly
full,
like that aren't archival releases.
the one that he did with Jack White, whatever that one was called, Letter to Home or something.
Letter to Home, yeah. I like Colorado, and I liked, I guess that The Hitchhiker was kind of archival. I'm going to go with Colorado. I think that was probably his best album of the recent ones.
Yeah, that would have been good. Dang, Larry, normally you're the most handsome guy, but today that Glenn guy from the basement just rocks that Beatles hat too well. Glenn,
We're all jealous now. We're all jealous.
First they call him Neil
the
Young.
studio.
He's going to push Jack out of the picture. That's what he's.
I don't understand this. I get the first part, but what's the like Purple Gillen, Anyone's Daughter, and Place in Line? What does that mean?
Well, Anyone's Daughter was a Deep Purple song. Off of,
and there's like Deep Purple's Ian Gillan.
Yeah.
Oh, they were into those songs were
Influenced
Dylan
by Bob
influenced?
Dylan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another group that the Beatles could have covered is the Faces. Like to hear the Beatles do like Ooh La La or Stay With Me or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd have been cool.
Yeah.
They couldn't outdrink the Faces though.
No.
I do like Status Quo, yes, Molly, but I don't know a lot of their music, but the stuff I have rocks. Yes, and I mentioned that earlier, Molly, that Status Quo and Les Battersby with his favorite band. That's how he left the show. Is he went off to work with Status Quo, the Quo as he called them.
The Quo.
Isn't she looking good in that picture? Hey, Glenn.
She is. Yes.
Yeah.
She looks better in person, though.
Yeah, she does.
You should have invited her onto the feed.
I know. Well, I did, but she doesn't want to be on with me for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm annoying or something. I don't know. Or maybe I gave her the idea of the alphabet and then she hung up on it.
We asked 20 other people too, and they responded.
LA woman. Jimmy Page for me.
Page. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be Page, Beck, Clapton if I had to rank them.
Yeah, yeah, that's a hard one.
Jeff,
I'd have to go with. Yeah, wow, that is a hard one.
I think Clapton's the weakest of the three.
I think
Clapton
Jeff Beck is the best guitarist.
Clapton relies on a lot of other folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially these
and he's
days.
a wanker. He's a wanker.
I'd have to agree with Glenn on that one. Yeah. Yeah, but.
Yeah, Vanilla Fudge, great band.
Yeah.
Awesome
band.
Set me free, why don't you be?
Awesome band.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's pretty rated.
Yeah, I think he's rated pretty highly, but yeah.
Yep, Todd Rundgren, Back to the Bars.
Todd Rundgren's another guy. I've never had a Todd Rundgren album or a Utopia album.
He produced
his
Sparks'
resume.
album, Glenn.
Yeah. No, he's got an amazing resume.
Yeah, Carry Fire by Robert Plant is excellent. I bought it.
And where did you find out about that album, Larry?
From Glenn Kellaway from the basement.
Rest my peace. Great album.
He loves hearing his name.
Yeah, he does.
Or his channel name.
Does he remind you of someone?
I just like hearing Basement.
Yeah.
I don't like
Street Fighting Man. Oh.
I could hear John doing that.
Yeah.
I've
Buzzard.
just heard of them.
Yeah, I like mine medium rare.
Jack, stop writing his jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was an amazing
it still hurts.
writer.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you. Half of this is for Glenn.
Thank you.
You're gonna forget that when you come here on Tuesday, right, Glenn?
No, I want a loony and 2 quarters.
Glenn, you're buying the pizza this time.
That'll almost cover it.
We have to talk, Larry.
No, we don't have to talk.
Off camera.
No, thank you very much, Michael. I mean,
Thank
Glenn,
you, Michael.
thank you.
Yes. Glenn, help me. I'm doing crosswords. S. S, the American band in Canada. Robert will know this better than me.
Streetheart.
No, it ends with an S too.
Oh.
Looks like.
Oh,
The American band in Canada.
jeez. That ends with S
Yeah. Sorry. Right there.
and starts with S.
Larry,
all those-
Michael just give me another $5 and said half, so I got 5 now.
Is that right?
Help me, I'm doing crossword. SS.
American band in Canada. Sparks.
They're not
Not
Canadian.
Sparks.
The American
Yeah,
band
the
in
American
Canada.
band.
What's
the
that
American
mean?
Band in Canada. I don't know.
If they're an American band, why are they an American band in Canada?
I can't think of who that would be.
Jailbird Dinwiddie, rock and roll singer for those about to rock.
Okay, the 2 songs. But Those About the Rock's a very good song. That could be my Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
Back in Black, yeah.
Never Springsteen.
No, well, that's fine. A lot of people, yeah, that be great on people.
Glenn, you need to listen to AC/DC.
I don't like. I mean, obviously, musically, they're amazing. And they rock out, but I'm not a fan of Bon Scott or Brian Johnson's vocals. Like, I can't do it.
Night After
Robert's
Night
a
was
big
an
Neil
amazing.
Lofgren fan.
Yeah.
Didn't you just highlight that album?
Yeah, it's an amazing album.
Go to Robert's on
Me
my
too.
turntable.
Yeah,
channel
come to my
and
channel and watch my video on that.
Watch
one,
his
yeah.
video on Neil's.
Where is he? There he is.
Yeah, no, I don't agree.
Oh, there's one. Randy's seen a lot of shows, a lot of Springsteen
Yeah,
shows. I would love to see him. I mean,
incredible live. My favorite too, Darkness.
I like Nebraska a lot.
Both great albums, Born to Run and Tunnel of Love.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're just talking about them earlier.
we talked about
them
that
earlier.
when the video first started because Jack just heard Tea for the Tillerman for the first time last night, and we were enjoying listening to it.
Oh, Richard Bain.
Ooh,
I'm going to have to go with Awaken.
I have to plug my phone in. Starship Trooper.
yeah, Starship Trooper is mine too. I love
It's
that
not
guitar part. at the
Starship
end.
Stripper, Glenn.
Yeah,
I love
I
the
had too
live
much-
version of
That
that.
would
I-
be a great song, though.
I had some tomato soup for lunch, Larry.
I don't know enough about Yes. I would probably have to go with like Your Move or something common, but I don't know enough of their stuff.
Close to the edge.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yes,
Has anyone
Glenn
seen
had.
the Who live? Yes, twice with Keith Moon. Yeah, great live. I wish Phil was here. McCracken.
Yeah. No pants. No pants.
There's
No
Glenn.
pants.
Glenn's-
No pants.
Don't stand up, Glenn.
No, I won't.
Wait till after. Yeah.
Glenn, no pants next to your nephew. I'm
I'm
shocked.
shocked.
Well, he actually is visiting me, and he forgot to bring pants, so I had to give him mine.
Mm.
It's better
Thank
that
you
I'm
so
not wearing
much.
pants than him. Just describe. All right, that's good.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
He deserves.
Thank you so much.
He deserves all the support. He's got a great channel.
Andrew, who I work with. I got to get out of here. Larry, it's nice to see you, fella. Your friends are good dudes. Merry Christmas, guys. I'll give your channels a peek. Thank you,
Merry
Andrew.
Christmas, Andrew.
Merry Christmas.
Awesome.
Say
care.
hello to
Hey,
everybody.
Andrew,
at
I
work.
live in Trenton too, so maybe we'll run into each other one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, are you kidding? Bill Monroe, yeah, I'm a big bluegrass guy.
My
Bill
dad-
Monroe.
My dad
Love him.
got to shake his hand when he was a little boy.
No way.
Yeah. He's,
Wow. Yeah, Bill Monroe was.
Have a good
I
night,
mean,
Doug.
he
Merry
invented
Christmas.
a style of music. There's not many people can say that. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's almost time to go, right, Glenn?
Oh, thank God.
Well,
That
Larry, you
that
always-
alphabet thing just wore me out.
Yeah.
Now remember the next live chat. Forget the alphabet thing.
Have to think of something else.
They were all young like Jack. So I would
Lennon,
once
blame
again
the
like to
Lennon that
thank
we know and love once.
Sam
Yes.
St. John. Tell us about your channel quickly one more time.
Sam St. John is the name that you type into YouTube. I just did a review of the new Brian Wilson solo record, instrumental. If you like Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, John Prine, come on over and we'll talk about it. Subscribe.
Robert's on my turntable. Classic rock, 70s and 80s. Doing this for 2 years. Love it. A lot of music reviews, a lot of album band reviews. Talk about artists and their history. Love the Beatles, love Deep Purple, love Black Sabbath, all the great bands from the 70s and 80s. Yeah, come to my channel, leave a wonderful comments, like and subscribe, and I'll respond to every one of the comments that are given to me. So thank you so much, Larry, for having me on here. As always, had a great time. Always had a great time.
Except for the alphabet part.
And my Bob Dylan comment.
Yeah, we don't talk about that anymore.
We forgive you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, Glenn does.
Glenn.
It amazes me how folks can form an opinion of someone they've never met based on third-hand opinions. I always try and give folks the benefit of the doubt, unless it's painfully obvious they are jerks. What does that mean?
I don't know. I think talking about...
Did we offend someone?
No. Maybe we were talking about the Beatles or something, maybe. And he was saying that, remember earlier he was saying that he thought Paul was a jerk.
Oh,
Maybe that's what he meant by that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ask my question, baby. I thought we answered
God.
the question. I'm in trouble now.
What was it?
Yeah, ask the question again, Molly, and we'll answer it before we go. I don't see the... I have a lot of comments here. Oh, right here. Yeah, he answered your question. Glenn, do you like status quo? Maybe she was...
I like status quo. I was a big Les Battersby's fan, and he was joined up. He was a big status quo fan. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he would like Jack Johnson. I was going to give him that one next, actually. I gave him In a Silent Way, I think was the album I gave you. And Jack Johnson would probably be next.
Yeah. Nearly 2 hours, Larry. I apologize.
Oh man, 2 more.
Yeah.
Glenn, did you mention your channel again?
Glenn Kellaway from the Basement.
Merry Christmas.
Just to chat about any kind of music, a very eclectic mix of music, and please come over and hang out.
Wow.
Jason.
Can I have half of that, Jason?
Great channel and chat. Thank you very much.
$250. I think we should get $250 each. Larry.
I really don't do these live chats for the money, unlike some other channels that I know.
I would do a live chat if I thought I could.
Bye, Molly.
Bye.
Bye.
Molly.
Love you,
Bye.
Molly.
Merry Christmas, Molly.
So, yeah. So I'll just thank everybody quickly here. Thank you, Pal. Thank you, Thorsten.
Gene.
Emo.
Merry Christmas,
Janet.
Gene.
Merry Christmas,
Thank
everyone.
you for being so generous to us.
Gary. Pookie. Gary. Robert S. Thank you.
Merry
Robert.
Christmas, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you,
Merry
Jason.
Christmas, Jason.
Merry Christmas, James.
Bye, Molly. Merry Christmas.
Bye, Molly.
So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And we'll do this
Thank you,
again.
Jamie as well. I would have thought. Jamie, is that you? Are you Jamie?
Thank you, Jamie, as well. I would have thought.
Oh, thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie. We're trying to we'll miss some people. I apologize.
This could go on for another hour. To
Yeah,
say
thank you,
goodbye.
Randall.
Bye, Randy.
Yeah. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Randy.
Hey,
Thanks. It was a great
bye-bye.
time. Sam, all the best.
Thank you, Robert.
Peace
Merry
and love,
Christmas.
everyone.
New year,
through the
probably.
We'll
Christmas
see you
holidays.
Love
Tuesday,
ya.
Glenn. And
Larry,
you're
love
buying
ya.
the pizza.
Jack, you're amazing.
I
See
have
you,
to
Robert.
talk to you about
Bye,
that.
Jack.
I
What's
don't
that?
have any
Bye,
money.
Sam. Bye,
See you,
Robert.
Sam. Bye,
Good night,
Glenn.
John Boy.
Bye, Jack.
Bye.